Hey everyone, I'm going to be talking about Yog-Sothoth's yard. I want to make a cooking guide because cooking took me a while to figure out. The game teaches you a good chunk of it, but I made some mistakes on my first playthrough that if I knew, I would have been way farther in the game. So I'm going to teach you guys how to cook. Just so it should make your first playthrough a lot easier. I don't think this should take too long. When it comes to cooking, there's about 2 or 3 rules. So once I tell you that, you should be good to go. I'm also going to teach you exploring, because exploring also took me a while to figure out. So here we go. I'm going to teach you how to explore. I'm going to teach you how to cook. So, I'm going to load up an old file. I'm going to load up an old file and then teach you how to cook. Cooking is not too bad. So I think when you first unlock cooking, you have to buy ingredients. So you have to go ahead and buy about, I would say 20 of each. If you buy 20 of each, you should be good enough to start. Buying 20 of each does cost quite a bit of money, so you do have to be careful about that. You don't want to spend all your money in one place. But just go ahead and buy 20 of each. My shop might look different from your shop. And then you want to click on cooking or restaurant. Go ahead and click on that. There you go. So for cooking, the tutorial is pretty good. The tutorial is pretty solid, but you know, if you read this, it does teach you a good chunk of the game. But I thought I'd make a video about it anyways. So I'm gonna click on restaurant, and I'll make a guide on how this cooking thing works. So the first thing you have to do in order to get this started is you have to go to cookbook. You have to go to cookbook, and to unlock food. So you see this picture of food here, and you think, oh, I'm gonna put that on the menu. That's not how it works. So the way this game works is you have the menu, and from this menu I have 2 food that I can sell. You see here that I can only sell these 2 items. But you see all these pictures, right? You see all these pictures, right? You see all these, pictures of food. You can't put those on the menu until you research. So you have to research first. Okay? So the goal of the game, if you want to get like really good at the game, the goal of the game is really this part of the screen. This part of the screen that you're looking at, this really should be empty. There should be nothing here. If there's nothing here, then you're doing a good job. So you do want to get rid of everything. So for the menu, the way it works is you hit change menu, you click on an item over here, and then you pick a new item, and then you click it like that. That's how you change items. That's how you do the menu. You can also upgrade it using these buttons here. Now upgrading these is pretty cheap, but food is expensive. I'll go ahead and show you how expensive it is. Let's see. Well, you need about 40 food a day. You need about 40 food a day, give or take. So 40 food is about 9,000 coins. Let's check this one. Yeah, that's also about 9,000 coins. So you're gonna need about 18,000 coins to keep the restaurant going. Now, if you're making 18,000 a day or more, you should be in the green. You should be good to go. But just make sure you're making 8,000 a day or more before you start the restaurant. Make sure you're making about 20,000 a day. Another way to keep the restaurant going is by selling. So I can sell all this stuff here, and then go ahead. I can sell all these items here, and go ahead and start buying these ingredients. And with that, I can keep the restaurant going. So that's two ways of keeping the restaurant going. So that's how you change the menu. And you can upgrade the menu, but if you upgrade it, that means that's like another 3 grand or so out of your pocket. So you can't upgrade the menu, but that's a good 3 grand or so every day that you're losing. You can also add more items to the menu, but again, the more items you add to the menu, the more money you're losing. So when it comes to the restaurant, I would not upgrade it until you're making like 30 or 40 grand a day. You basically have to be making a lot of money before you can upgrade the restaurant. What you can do is upgrading this is risky. It costs a lot of money out of your pocket. But what you can do if you want is upgrade. What you can do if you want is actually upgrade the room like this. If you upgrade the room, that's fine. That's not. I would say upgrading the room is safe. If you upgrade this room, it'll be all right. You know, you don't have to worry about losing money if you upgrade this. So I would say this is a safe. I would say this is a safe buy. You can go ahead and buy this. It's okay. Now, back to the guide. So that's how you change menus. And upgrading the menu is very expensive, so you gotta be careful of that. You can also click this button here, which automatically buys ingredients. Now, usually after 4 or 5 days, you'll run out of food, and there's not a whole lot you can do to fix that. So after 4 or 5 days of constantly buying food, you will run out. And every Monday, it will restock. So you'll run out of food at your restaurant until about Monday. So that's how that works. For cooking, this screen here is mostly for side quests. So this screen here doesn't really matter that much. What you want to do is you want to make about 5. So let's go ahead and make 5. You want to make 5 of each. So let's go ahead and make 5 of each. Now you want to make 5 of each for side quests and other parts of the game. So that will set me up for later. Now this inventory part of the screen is kind of useless. You don't need the screen at all. This part of the screen, it just shows you what you got. It's not very useful, to be honest with you. So this part of the screen you can kind of just ignore. Now the cookbook, in order to unlock a recipe and put it on the menu, you have to hit research like this, and you have to use this ingredient, right? So for Chang Fun, you need rice. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit the rice button. I'm gonna go ahead and hit test. And if I hit test, this should unlock the recipe. Like that. Now that that recipe is unlocked, I can go ahead and put it on the menu. So I click this button here, and I can go ahead and click this button here, and you'll notice that the menu has changed, like that. There you go. So that's how you do the menu, and that's how you unlock new food. And the goal of the game, if you want to get very far in the game, you want to have this empty. You want to get rid of all of these. So let's go ahead and get rid of these. This requires strange meat. Let's go ahead and hit the strange meat button. And let's go ahead and make it. Like that. There we go. Now as you notice, these are starting to disappear, which is what you want. You want this to be gone. So let's go ahead and hit pork. This says pork, right? Let's go ahead and hit test. Now let's take something like this. Chaosu frozen. I have no idea what this is. This could be anything. It's not meat. I can tell it's not meat. It looks kind of like a tomato. So let's go ahead and hit the tomato button. And you'll notice here that I don't have a tomato button. So I actually don't know what this is. I have no idea. This could be anything. And because I don't know what this is, I'm going to hit the research button right here. So I have no idea what this is. I'm going to hit the research button like that. There we go. So it turns out it was crab. So if I go back to the restaurant, now I know this is crab. Okay. I hit the research button again, and then I hit the crab button. I don't have a crab button, so I need to unlock. I have to unlock it. I have to unlock the crab button. To unlock the crab button, you have to explore, and I'll show you how to do that. But first, we do need to have 5 of everything. So let's go ahead and make 5 of everything. Now, it doesn't have to be 5. It doesn't have to be 5, but I'm just gonna make 5. You can make it whatever number you want. I'm gonna make 5 of everything, but you don't have to do that. Oh, we already did that one. Okay. So now we have 5 of everything. And now we need crab. We need crab to unlock this item here, right? And once we unlock this, we can put it on the menu, which is over here. I can start putting crab on the menu here. Okay? So, it says right here, we're making $900, or 900. It says right here we're making 900 gold coins. And if you remember right, this right here costs about 8 grand or so. But so what's happening is these guys are spending these guys here are spending $900 a day for your food. And the way this works is you're spending 8,000 per week, if that makes sense. So basically what you do is you spend 8,000 per week to fill these back up like this, like that. So that cost me about 8,000. And you can see down here that I'm starting to make my money back. Now, the math on this might not be perfect. I'm not the best at math, but you should be profiting. I know my math is probably not the best, but at the end of the day, you really should be profiting. So in my eyes, I do think this is worth it. Upgrading your restaurant, buying more food, I would say it's worth it. Now, upgrading the menu, if you decide to upgrade the menu, it doesn't really matter, because you will run out of food after about a week. So if you ask me, upgrading the menu doesn't do a whole lot. It's not that big of a deal if you upgrade this. Honestly, I would just skip this upgrade. Now back to the crab. So to unlock this crab, we need to explore. So let's go ahead and explore. So we're gonna hit this button here, forest exploration. And if you don't have this right now, you should unlock it. So this is something you unlock later on in the game. And I'm gonna go ahead and click on forest exploration. Now forest exploration is actually explained very well in the tutorial, but I'm gonna teach you guys anyways. So you click on forest exploration. This is your reward. So my reward is wood and more food. Now this food here is basically free. You do use up an item to explore, but you do get basically free food. This is like, I don't know, 600 gold of free food, which, you know, not bad. And this is free wood, basically, which is nice. So the way exploration works is you want to hover over something. So let's hover over this. According to this, you get wood, pork, chicken, fish, snail, and crab. Now we want crab to unlock that new dish. And the way this game works is you only have to find it once. Once you find it once, you're basically good to go. So if I want to unlock crab, I just have to find this crab one time. So what you have to do, so right now we have to go north to find crab. To go north, you have to click on this icon here, and it'll give you some options. So this option here says east, this option here says north, this option here says north, and this option here says south. Now every time you explore, these numbers here will go down. It'll use up your food. Now this right here, extra food, if you click on this, if you click on extra food, you'll get more items. So doing this, I would say, is worth it. Let's go ahead and click on, let's just click on this one, I guess. So now I can get more items, like crab. I can get even more crab by doing this, right? Now there's a lot of items in the game. Over here is vegetables. So we go east, we can get some vegetables, right? If we go south, we can get some spices and sugar. If we go west, we can get bamboo, some duck, and some tofu. So, and again, once you find the duck, the bamboo, and tofu once, it'll be added to the shop. And once it's added to the shop, you can just buy it from there. So really what you have to do is you just have to find it once, and you're good to go. Now exploring, you can only explore at night. You can't explore at the daytime. And exploring should take a couple days. And when you come back from exploring, you should have new items. Now it's not guaranteed. You're not guaranteed to get crab, But if you keep exploring over and over and over again, if you keep exploring, you know, just non-stop, you should eventually get crab like this. So that'll take a while. This should take a couple days. This should take a couple days, and when it comes back, I should have crab or some items. Also, you can upgrade the crab. I mean, you can upgrade the forest by clicking on her. So another way to upgrade your restaurant is by clicking on one of these. If you click on one of these, this should help out your restaurant, and it should save you some money. And by saving money, you should profit. So let's go ahead and click on this one. And you can do this like every day. And if you do this every day, this should help out your restaurant by a lot, if that makes sense. I'm going to show you my recent file just to show you what the restaurant should look like. So let's go ahead and hit load. I'm going to show you my recent save. I'm going to go ahead and show you my restaurant. So all of these are now purple, right? And you can see here, these are all the food items that I unlocked. All these food items here I unlocked, right? If you look at that, I can put any of these items on the menu. And if I look at my inventory, you can see that I have bamboo. I got duck. I went out and explored the forest, and by exploring the forest, I was able to get all these items here. Like I got crab, I got vegetable, I got tofu, and this will help out your restaurant business a lot, and you should profit. I'm gonna go ahead and end the day. If I end the day, if I go ahead and end the day, you can see here that I made $200,000, or I should say, I made 200,000 gold. See that? That's my profit. Now, if I go over here, it says here that 269 people visited my restaurant, and you can see here that half my profit actually came from the restaurant. So basically, by doing all this restaurant stuff, I doubled my profit. Now you can look at this screen here. If you look at this screen here, you'll notice that I do have to buy ingredients over and over again, right? I have to keep buying these ingredients. So even though I made 222,000, you can see here I made 222,000 gold, but I will be spending that on food items. You can see there. But by upgrading the restaurant, you can see here that I doubled my profit. So I think it is worth investing into, you know, time and money and all that. I think it is worth investing. Another way to upgrade your restaurant is with the oracles. If you use the oracles, you can upgrade your restaurant with that way. Anyways, hopefully that helped out. I showed you my profits in my restaurant, and hopefully this will help you out. Hopefully this guide will help you out. Anyways, hopefully that will, you can survive longer and not die. You definitely want to make a lot of gold in this game, because the quest is to make you'll eventually get a quest to make millions of gold, and you want to have that restaurant going. I think the restaurant is pretty much the only way to make millions of gold. So you definitely want to get that restaurant up and going. Anyways, I think that's it for my advice. Hopefully you enjoyed this. That's it for this one. And thanks. Bye.